it now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go! Mike, 60 yards. Yeah, it's Mike. All day, every day, any day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Shut! Right over there. 15 58, right there. Here we go, G. Check now.
Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. 58 to Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
All day, dog.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
First and goal, Washington.
Watch the edge.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Redskins 7, Eagles 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Howard. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight, tight. Watch left. Tight, tight. Watch left. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Max box. Right. Now. Move. Move. 58. Right over there.
Second down, Haskins.
Defense wins championships, baby.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
We got it. We got it.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. And that particular play just came from the outside.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53. Switch.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to go down again.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
Go, let's go!
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Mike, 53. Mike, 53. That's right, baby.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Hey, Delta.
Switch up, switch up. He's coming, double up. He's coming,
To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Redskins are going to get it at the 20.
Hey, pick your game up.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And it's third down.
So we got man. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On third down, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trey Quinn, 76 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Geis with a carry on second down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Check nickel.
They go play action with Haskins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
Let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On first down, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second and a long way to go. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
This is taken at the 18. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Redskins football now with a first and 10.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the run, watch the run. Let it go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
Haskins on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, fellas.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wentz now to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
D, tighten up.
Quick the edge, quick the edge.
Throwing is Wentz. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, kill. Hey, Ford Tokyo. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Hey, check. Zoom. 54.
Now Wentz on third down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Watch the run. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down. Alert flare.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Off to Geis on the screen. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's going to be a long day. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Watch the curl. Watch the whip. Watch the whip. 58, right?
Now Haskins on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get that ball.
Shotgun now for Wentz.
I'm coming after you.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Sliding out of the pocket. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
I got him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
Steps away to his left. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second and 12, Haskins, and that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And now it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45.
52, my 52. All day, punt. My 52.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and 12.
Hey, orbit.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Jack Rabbit.
of the gun. Geis. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and oh boy, that looks to be Geis, who is down on the turf. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
58's the mic. 58.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Let's go. At their own 15-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
You can't block me.
Go.
Mike's 54. 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down.
58 right there. They're running it.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Bring it. Go.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Quinn. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Heavy. Hey, Echo. Watch the backfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Stop your whining. 54. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Buzz.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
The Eagles 55. Indeed snap it. Wentz.
55.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's at the 50, the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now here is another interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Quinn. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's coming. We got double up.
Third down. Here's Haskins.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Keep playing hard.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 23 yards on the play.
Get ready.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for an Eagles first.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away.
A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
Slowly on top of the throne, I am a king of the pawn.